Hello, this is my computer program, and I'll firstly run my program. Here we select the grid size. I'll put 2 as a number of shifts for sake of time. As you can see, it prints that I have 1, and because the number of ships is 0, and the fire button won't work anymore. So to exit game, yeah, clicking the code. In the main method, we just set visible to true, which displays our first window, where we get the user inputs. And here I have some calculations for the amount of ships for each grid size. And yeah. And the button, which executes here, depending on which grid size the user selected, we open that specific window. And we also get and store the number of ships the user inputted. And again, if the user fails to input two tries, then we generate a random number of ships. And this goes for each grid size. So beginning in the 10 by 10, here is where I have the board class, the ship class, all classes, and the print, the displays, and these check if it's overlapping, yeah. And for the button to fire, we get the coordinates that the user inputted on the 3 text areas, and we check if it's if the player already shot there. If not, then we continue to fire there. Yeah. And it also checks if it's game over. That's why the button stops working after the game has ended. And here the exit button just exits. Yeah, nothing special. As for the carriers and battleship, the ship classes, I believe I went through this in the previous video. I think these are the ones that change, which is just the formatting of the text. And then at the end, we just output it on the text field, I believe, or text area. And nothing changes throughout these, except for where we display it. So here we display on the computer output the ships, and here we output the guesses. So yeah, I believe this one also changes. I checked if the indexes they're not the same, so I could check if they're overlapping, because on the populate, I'm doing a while loop, and it's going through every ship I, and if it's 0 and this is index 0, I don't want it, because it's always going to overlap. So I don't want it to say that it's true that it's overlapping, because it's the same index, it's the same boat, so it's always going to overlap. Yeah, I believe that'll be it. Same thing for the populate computer board. Nothing much different from the populate user board. And the player fire. Here we check for if there's a valid coordinate, or if the player already fired at those coordinates. Yeah. And here we just take the computer's turn. We'll execute the computer's turn. Yeah. And on the 12 by 12, it's I believe it's all same. Nothing really changes, because the grid, the 12 by 12, I guess the grid is the only thing that changes, but not the code. Display does, because, well, we get the grid size from our welcome window, which is here. So yeah, nothing really changes in terms of code. Yeah, same thing with the 15 by 15. Nothing really changes. I'm just going through all my code. Yeah, if I went through this on the other windows, I believe that's it. So yeah, thank you.